you all right? The gravity that occupies this space is the opposite of what you're used to. It took me some time to get used to it too. I believe it's to prevent them from falling to the ground. Tacit discords, the dark tide, and these ruins themselves.
I imagine it's also a symbolic reminder that our beliefs have been turned on their head. This view matches with what I saw at the time.
Until you get used to the gravity here, I suggest we travel via phone. It's the name I gave to a gondola.
This gondola only has 2 seats.
Oh dear, I completely forgot about this.
Greed will get you punished, you know.
I'm afraid phone would refuse that suggestion.
The 2 of you can go on ahead.
You look distracted. Still thinking about what Cantarella said about fearing answers.
My powers are very weak, and many tacit discords roam the sonorosphere. Thus, I've been limited in the areas I can explore. All I can do is sit here, lost in thought, trying to figure out who I am.
Are you afraid of knowing the answer?
We'll be arriving at the first water rise soon. A few details, if you don't mind.
Feeling nervous?
Of course. The last time I tried to pass it like this... Where were my manners? I can assure you that won't happen again. As for the rest of the way, I see it clearly now. Vines, over there.
I can feel strong remnant energy coming from it.
The Order's remnant spark must be inside the statue. I see now. The lingering remnants of the dark tide must be trapping the spark. To release it, we'll need to clear away the remaining remnants binding it. Once we have the remnant spark, we can use it to burn through the vines.
If the Thenodian created the Dark Tide, maybe Abby can absorb it.
Abby is still unwell. Perhaps we shouldn't burden it further. More Dark Tide remnants. Good thing there isn't much. Leave it to me. Don't worry. This much I can still handle.
I will be there for everyone as we head. The vines are remnants of the Dark Tide. Foe won't be able to cross through them. Let's disembark here and find a... This calibrator seems to be operational. One moment. That should do it. Why don't you give it a try? It's turning. Rotate the gravity calibrator to change the direction of the gravity's pull. If we use this, we should be able to reach areas we previously couldn't. Disperse. Hopefully this helps. No hesitation. The end has come. Strike in the shadows. Hopefully this helps.
Hurry. We need to purify the other statues before the Dark Tide's corruption returns.
Sounds like Foam's getting impatient. Let's head back.
Did you feel any discomfort while we were clearing out the remnants?
Nothing out of the ordinary. I felt fine. I suppose this alone is not enough to determine whose resonator I am.
You've helped a lot. Another water rise is coming up. Are you planning to hold on to something?
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
By the way, you said the inverted gravity is to stop the dark tide from descending into the city. But all we've seen so far are just its remnants.
And that's because this very waterway we're sailing on used to be the dark tide itself. In these waters, gravity isn't the only thing that's inverted. Obstacles ahead. Let's get off here. There it is, up there. But judging by the distance, we'd be hard-pressed to make it back in time.
Can you use your ability from somewhere in between to clear them all at once?
I might not have that range. But there may be tacitite devices nearby that can help amplify my forte. Let's see if we can find one. That's it. A tacitite device.
Leave it to me. Strike from the shadows. Hopefully this helps. No hesitation.
This should do the trick.
Hopefully this moment of resonance. So... I sense your weakness. Hopefully this helps. The hour is upon us. You okay?
Just catching my breath. You go get the remnant spark.
Wind, guide me.
Up ahead is the Tower of Salvation. That's where the first pedestal is located.
Tower of Salvation.
Yes, a name taken from the Order's Codex. I'd rather know I'm a villain than remain a wanderer, lost in a world without understanding. To live with no memory of the past. Would it be so different from choosing to end it all? I must find the answer. Only then will I know how to face the memories I still carry. As for you, if I really am...
I can take care of myself.
I should go back for Cantarella. Will you wait here for us?
Of course.
I hope you won't mind the extra trip, Foam.
I saw signs of battle along the way. Is anyone injured? You're not hiding anything from me, are you?
Your smile is rather concerning.
Oh, I insist. Here, take this. There's no knowing what will happen once Turvin is placed on the pedestal. It's best we prepare ourselves.
No longer shall you bear these thorns as a reminder. Forged from primordial seas, this crown shall grant a new identity. Fleur-de-Lis, child of divinity, the Immaculate One. Will you uphold the sacred teachings of the Order of the Deep?
I will.
Salvation, unity, ascension. Of these three doctrines, which do you choose?
I choose salvation. I wish to be the Master's blade, striking evil, upholding virtue, and offering salvation to those in peril.
In the name of divinity, I bestow upon you this crown. May the blood of justice never run dry. Through this sacred rite, you become the bridge between the heavens and the living. From this day forward, you shall be the Master's sole receiver and herald. Rise, none but the Master shall ever have the right to command you to bend the knee.
I told ya to stop sticking random stuff in here! Ugh. Do you have any idea how messed up and humongous that frequency was? It's gonna give me indigestion! I should ask you that. What did you do just now, huh? I was dozing when BAM! Out of nowhere, a giant blue ball landed on top of me. It almost squished me.
I'm guessing putting Turvin on the pedestal had something to do with it?
Oh, hey! It smells just as unnatural as that big gigantor back in Jinjo.
The Sentinel of Jinjo. If what our little echo friend says is true, then the frequency that entered your tacit mark could be Imperator's powers.
Huh? But the Sentinel isn't even here.
The power to split and manipulate space.
It is reminiscent of the moment of Turvin's creation.
Why would it do that?
I believe it was meant for the true Maiden. Under the right circumstances, the one to wield this sword and enter the sonorosphere would be the Sentinel's resonator, the Blessed Maiden. The Sentinel entrusted their power to the resonator so that she...
You don't seem too thrilled about it.
If Imperator set this in motion, then their original plan has already failed. Cardathea, that means your guidance holds the key now.
But...
I believe in you. Is there anything else you remember?
I just remembered the day I was crowned by the Order. And the moment the dark tide descended upon us. Huh?
But I didn't see the dark tide.
That is all I can remember.
Is that what you saw?
You witnessed it as well, Cantarella.
No. I only saw fragmented, blurry images. They seemed to belong to other places within the sonorosphere. I believe this is where we should rest. We'll wait until sunrise. You're the one who needs rest most of all. After all, it's still only a possibility that the frequency you absorbed is the Sentinel's powers.
I'm gonna hit the sack as well. Boy, it's so cramped in here.
what could you possibly want with me at a time like this?
Is it true that the Phasalia family was one of the factions that started the conflict in that stained glass?
The leader of one such faction, that was a long time ago.
Is this why you had no choice but to publicly change?
No. The reasons for the Phasalia...
What do you mean?
Long ago, Turvin was actually given... When the conflict had settled, he told the Phasalias that when the heavenly voices he heard, as I told you before, Leviathan is a Threnodian. The Sentinel realized that to save Raguna from the grim fate, this power allowed him to imbue...
And this power was released through the light.
Yes. The other part was kept inside Turv. It was in that very moment.
If what you're saying is true, the first Primus, did the spiritual plague you mentioned affect him?
Although the Primus's body remained whole, the Sentinel's power failed to shield the... In the end, during that private meeting...
So that's why he passed so abruptly.
The Phasalia family was powerless against... Now what could you possibly want with me at a time like this?
You were pretty harsh on Cardathia.
Before I learned of those record secrets, while I would be willing to believe she stands with humanity, the more I allow myself to cling to such thoughts, the more It's only then I can be certain these thoughts are my own. Now what could you possibly want with me at a time? Well, I don't intend to wait around either.
Are you going to search those areas we passed before?
The more clues, the better, don't you think? Oh, and... Afraid I've slipped something extra in?
I'm just curious why the matriarch of the
Food is always an easy target for those.
You mean besides being squashed behind that bluth? Listen, I figured something out about that frequency. It's not a single frequency, which is why it's so hard to get a good bite. To see if it was a threat. But since it's a crumbly mess,
We might encounter something similar at the next two pedestals. Keep an eye on this for me, will you?
will do. You can count on me, 100%.
I thought I'd slip away quietly and avoid any fuss. Now, here I am dealing with all of you. Since you're all here, how about a morning stroll? They're a lot feistier than before.
Need help?
Pull from the abyss to sunken depths. Feel the tide flow. Oh, this will...
I will be there for everyone.
The tides have whispered of your arrival.
I will be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind. One with the sounds.
Well, this is where our paths must part.
You're here for the Sentinel.
What I saw yesterday caught my attention. And besides, I'd rather not spend the day twiddling my thumbs.
Are you sure you want to go alone?
Such concern for me. I do hope to see the fruits of your labor when I return. Mind if I...
Go ahead. It's no use now that it's out of the pedestal. Its energy is gone.
It may still come...
I'll add you in my terminal. Call me if you need help.
I just might ring you up once things are settled.
If only I could still fight.
Everyone's doing their part. Don't worry. Nobody's perfect. The waterway up ahead is completely blocked.
That garden once housed dragon echoes. Now there's nothing left but tacit discords. Harkness should be here somewhere. This is where the acolytes used to be tested. Perhaps that Steely over there has instructions on what to do.
You don't remember from your exams?
As the Blessed Maiden, I was exempt. Sounds like they're talking about one of the 3 major belief systems. I don't remember the pieces being spread out like this. Maybe we could find a way to move them.
Let's give it a try. We still need to rebuild the waterway. There's no point in finding Harkness if we... At that distance, we should take a wing ray. Hold on tight. Don't go falling off.
That one. It isn't supposed to be here. There's a gravity calibrator up ahead. Let's put it to good use.
Thea, grab on tight.
Huh? Oh, okay. That's our goal, right there. But how do we move it?
Help me guide the wing ray to the top of the statue.
Of course. But what do you have in mind?
Wind, guide me.
Is this really okay?
Saves us the trouble of finding some trigger mechanism. Are these the so-called dragons?
Is that a problem?
Yeah, the last one was bigger.
Which last one?
Ganem. Ever heard of it?
I used to write it. It's Hogness. There's a gravity calibrator behind the collapsed wall we just passed. We can use the remnant spark should be able to incinerate the thorns on the left.
You can let go now. How are you feeling?
So soft. So cuddly. I mean, I'm fine.
Wind, guide me. Cherish every gain. An unexpected discovery. It's stuck on the pedestal.
The waterway is still incomplete. We have to look elsewhere. It's identical to the last statue. Same as before. I'll handle it.
Leave it to me. Hopefully this helps. The hour is upon us. Break. One more time. Hopefully the end has come. Strike from the shadows. Settle. A moment of resonance. Don't push yourself too hard.
It's okay. I'm just doing my part.
We're still missing an area. But where?
Over there.
That might be too high for the wing ray.
Same as before. I'll handle it. Just a bit more.
I'll handle this bit. You rest. You've done well. Let's see if I can get a feel for how strong the gravitational forces are.
All right.
Leave it to me. Hopefully, moment of resonance. Disperse. I sense your weakness. Strike from the shadows. But the hour is upon us. Remnants of the past. Cardathia?
I'm ready.
Leave it to me. The end has come. Disperse. I sense your weakness. The hour is upon us.
It's been a long time since I saw this place as it was meant to be. So beautiful. I had forgotten.
Do you want to stop for a while?
No. We have more important things to do.
Let's check back on Hogness now. Wind, guide me. Remnants of the past.
Let me remove the sword. At least you won't come to harm if it's a trap.
We'll do it together.
But
If it's a trap, we stand a better chance together.
no traps.
How does it feel to trust me?
It feels good. Why don't you call Foam over? Try whistling. Like this.
Here goes.
Foam heard you. Come on.
The way you were when you saw the plushy echo. It was unexpected. I think the martyrdom of the blessed fleur-de-lis needs a rewrite.
What's that?
That play about you, written by Cristoforo the playwright.
Oh. How did he portray me?
I would rather hear the joyous songs of the masses than any solemn hymn of remembrance. Perhaps the Sentinel feels the same.
I'd never say that.
In the end, no matter what anyone else says, as long as you stay true to yourself, everything will be alright. Doesn't matter if it's the Threnodian or the Sentinel. They don't get to change who you are. Wind, guide me.
What you said back there. Thank you.
Fleur-de-lis, my resonator, why dost thou persist? Why abandon thy oath? hinder the spread of my gospel.
You are a false divinity. Gehenna will reveal the truth.
Gehenna, the lone dragon to have escaped, the one blessed by the dark tide, shall return to us. Look around. Thou hast none left, my most beloved Resonator. Why persist in the error of thy ways?
I will never forget my cause. If divinity takes up arms against the innocent, I will raise my sword against divinity. With the support and hope of countless souls, I stand before you. They fell, so I may rise. You saw that too? Gehenna, the one you mentioned earlier. What happened to him? Thank you, Anna, Casitomo, Olnat, everyone. I am finally able to face all of you. I am not your enemy, and your sacrifices were not in vain.
Hey, Rover, just now there was...
Shh. Later. Someone needs a quiet moment.
Sorry you had to see me lose my composure. I found my true self again. It doesn't matter if I am indeed the Threnodian's Resonator, because I know who to stand by and who to cut down. Some of my memories have returned, thanks to you and Cantarella.
Feeling better?
No, not yet. Not until we free the Sentinel and defeat the Threnodian. That is why we need to investigate the frequency you absorbed earlier.
My turn to shine. That blue thingy in your tacit mark totally tastes like Threnodian. Of course not. It reeks. Like I said, it's mixed up with something.
If the Sentinel splits their own energy to prepare the true Blessed Maiden, then why would they split off the Threnodian's energy and then channel it through Hognis to the person who unsealed the passage? Possibly, but the Threnodian's energy would damage the body of the Sentinel's Resonator. You wouldn't be affected, since Abby resides within you. But surely, a second frequency would interfere with the resonance of the Sentinel's true Blessed Maiden.
The answers might lie in the other frequencies that got mixed in. The answer might lie behind the third sealed passageway. Cardathea is starting to make sense of things. Same as before? We'll keep watch tonight and continue our journey tomorrow.
Of course. Is there anything you'd like to discuss? I am a Resonator born of the merge between the Sentinel and do I belong to the Threnodian? Or the Sentinel? Juhe's Resonator sounds like a woman of strong. I would like to meet her someday. Is there anything you'd like to discuss? Dragon Tacit Discords lived here long before the Rinascita settlers arrived. They are fiercely intelligent. Gehenna was their king. We hoped he would bring us the truth. Is there anything you'd like to discuss? I need to clear my mind. I won't let my feelings get in the way of our journey tomorrow. You should get some rest. It's late. You should get some rest. Is there anything you'd like to discuss? I need to clear my... You should get some rest. It's late.
What? eyes are still peeled. Nope, nada. Zilch. I can't shake the feeling that the two frequencies are somehow connected.
Imperator has the power to split inner. So, the source of that connection might very well be Leviathan's powers at work.
Isn't there one last place to go? Who knows what you'll need to cram into your tacit mark next?
Is that Cardathea?
Sorry I woke you.
Were you singing just then?
Yes, a farewell song from the people of Rinascita. We usually sing it when a friend is about to leave. During that battle, I never got to say goodbye or mourn their passing. And before my memories came back, I wasn't sure if I was worthy of paying them. So now, even though I know these are just lingering frequencies, and they might not understand me, I want to say goodbye properly, and thank them. Do you think I'm fooling myself?
No. I'm sure they can feel what's in your heart. I'm not just saying that to comfort you. I believe it's possible. I once saw two friends, one who was already dead, reconcile with each other from within a sonorosphere. When frequencies are concentrated in one place, it's possible that the reverberations could still carry traces of human will.
Meaning?
They might still be able to hear and feel. Your voice, your goodbyes, your feelings. It could have reached them. After all, these frequencies are strong enough to manifest in the real world.
Really?
They haven't made a move against us. They must still remember you. Which means they can probably hear you too.
I'm glad. No. If they can still hear and feel, then the time for goodbyes hasn't come. I need to give them a real victory.
You can ease up a little. As long as their obsession holds and the sonorosphere stays intact, they won't vanish.
Bound by obsession, till relieved of duty.
Cardathia?
Nothing. Just a stray thought.
Hey, since we know you don't carry any blame, should I call you Cardathia or Fleur de Lis?
Cartathea. Yes. Cartathea will do. I want to stay here for a moment. Will you keep me company? Good morning.
Morning, Cardathia.
It's time to go. Today is the day we settle this.
Let's do it.
Phone was telling us to hurry up.